Hey everyone, Screaming Geek Media here. I am Jerry the Geek. Today we're going to go over the 4K release of The Princess Bride. But before we get into that, if you like physical media, 4Ks, Blu-rays, DVDs, home theater, movies, check out my other videos on my channel because I do, reviews, unboxings, discussions, collection updates, custom covers. Check those out and see what you like. Like, subscribe, turn your bell notifications on. So let's talk about the 4K release of The Princess Bride. The movie originally came out in 1987, PG rating. Has Carrie Ells, Mandy Patinkin, Robin Wright, Chris Sarandon, Wallace Shaw, and Andre the Giant. You also got Billy Crystal, Carol Kane. It's such a fun cast. It's a great, fun movie. I've always loved this thing. Directed by Rob Reiner. I think anything Rob Reiner does is freaking gold. He's up there with some great classic directors like Ron Howard, or they just really know how to direct a really good movie. I've always loved this movie, even back in VHS, and I had it on DVD. I never got the Laserdisc, and then I got the Blu-ray, and now 4K. Each time it comes out in a new format, they just up the ante a little bit and keeps improving what you get. Now this 4K release comes from Criterion. It just came out this week. Not too often do I get a brand new release, but I thought, what the hell? And both me and my wife, one of our favorite movies, so thought I'd get it. We watched it already. The movie was originally filmed on 35mm, was finished with a HDR10 and Dolby Vision. And I tell you what, they hit a freaking home run here. The picture on this is visually stunning from beginning to end. Just the amount of details really pop off the screen. The colors, even from when it opens up in the modern day home and his little bit in his bedroom, all the details and all the colors, everything really pops right off the bat there. And then it goes back to the medieval times with the story. And the greens, the reds, all the colors are just so rich. Textures, like the hairs really stand out as well. Andre the Giant's hair, and all the little curls is, both me and my wife was like, man, it really shows a lot of detail there we've never noticed before. Another thing, when they're all getting on a boat when they kidnap the princess, and some shots when they're talking, you see their breath. I never noticed that before. So visually, this is such an incredible transfer. They did a phenomenal job here. Now, comparing with the Blu-ray, I actually had this on Blu-ray before. I got the 2009 edition from MGM. Criterion did put out a Blu-ray with the same packaging. So I thought I'd do like a three-way comparison with the Blu-ray that I've got from MGM and the Blu-ray from the Criterion here in a 4K. Now, if you don't have the Criterion Blu-ray, there are several Blu-ray editions available. So if you have any of them other than Criterion, you're going to have a big upgrade here. The standard Blu-rays, definitely a lot of their flat color timing is quite a bit different. The colors just don't pop off the screen, lack of depth in the details. Now, the Criterion Blu-ray, their Blu-ray with the 4K, there's very little difference between the two. Just slight upticks in the details, a little bit more depth in the colors. But their Blu-ray looks pretty damn good in itself. So here, check out the screenshots comparing the two different Blu-rays and the 4K. We'll come back and talk about the audio packaging and the bonus features. We'll see you in a couple minutes. So for the audio, they gave us a DTS HD Master Audio 5.1, which is actually an identical track that they had with the Blu-ray. Very impressive audio track here for being such an older movie. I've talked about this in the past. Some of your old 80s movies, they don't translate well, they don't get mixed right, and they just have that weird hollow sound effects. But this one is really well done. There is some use of surrounds throughout the movie. Not a lot, but a little bit here and there. You can hear them kicking in. Nice, and everything's well balanced, clear dialogue. Another thing I noticed with the surrounds is the music score. There's a couple times that the music was kind of separate. You didn't hear the same thing and all. Like the surrounds, you picked up like different instruments compared to the front. So I don't know if that was done intentionally or. But I thought that was pretty cool. It just sounded a little bit different, and it was actually pleasing. So overall, this is a very impressive audio track. Better than what I thought it would be. Now for the packaging, this actually has this little digibook. It's actually looks like a book. It's got this nice book texture to it, and everything's like embossed on it. And there we have the back. Again, this is identical to the Blu-ray that came out. And this was kind of like their little card that was glued on the back with all the info. And we open it up just like a regular booklet. It actually has this booklet in here. It has all kinds of good reading materials, about 36 pages. Then we got the 4K disc and the Blu-ray disc stacked underneath it. I'm not crazy about digibooks, so I'll probably, even though it's as nice as this is, I'll probably take the disc out and put them in a regular keep case and put this on a shelf and put it in storage. Now for the bonus features, there's quite a bit here. Actually, if you had the previous Blu-ray, I don't know what the other Blu-rays, how they compare, but I know the Criterion has all the same bonus features as this, so they just ported everything over. So if you don't have that, if you're not familiar with it, we'll go through that. Have an audio commentary here with director Rob Reiner, screenwriter William Goldman, producer Andrew Sheenman, and actors Billy Crystal and Peter Falk. Also, we have an edited audiobook reading of Goldman's novel, The Princess Bride by Reiner. A program about Goldman's screenplay. A program about Goldman's tapestry based on his novel. Interviews with Reiner, Goldman, actors Billy Crystal, Carrie Oles, Christopher Guest, Mandy Patinkin, Chris Sarandon, Fred Savage, and Robin Wright. Interview with art director Richard Holland. Programs about makeup, fencing, and fairy tales. On-set video diary filmed and narrated by Oles. 5 behind-the-scenes videos with commentaries by Reiner, Scheinman, and Billy Crystal. Theatrical trailer. Plus, we have an essay by author Sloane Crosley and Goldman's introduction to his Princess Bride script from his collection 4 screenplays. So there's quite a bit here. Like I said, same thing, it poured over from the Blu-ray. So to wrap it up, another home run from Criterion. This is an incredible release. If you have the Blu-ray, if you have one of the regular ones, this is a definite big upgrade as far as visuals go. Now, if you've got the Criterion Blu-ray, this is just kind of minor upticks. So something to think about if you want to spend the money or not. Now, a fun little thing, when I was doing comparisons with my old Blu-ray, the MGM, I love the menu. Here, I'll show a screenshot here. It's pretty cool. It shows the Cliffs of Insanity with the rope. And then as you move your remote to go up and down and choose, it actually moves the group up and down the rope. I thought that was pretty cool. That's what's kind of missing from some of your newer releases. They don't do a lot of cool things on menus anymore. So yeah, if you want to pick up the 4K, it's still selling for right now on Amazon for $34.99, which I think is a nice opening price for Criterion, because their prices are usually $40 to $50 for new releases. So that was a nice change, to get this out here at a nice introductory price. But yeah, I would recommend picking this up. This looks freaking phenomenal. Both me and my wife were just in complete awe throughout the whole movie. Just couldn't believe what we were watching. It was incredible. So that pretty much does it for my look on the 4K of The Princess Bride. Check out my other videos on my channel. Like, subscribe, and turn your bell notifications on. And we'll see you soon. Geek out.